Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and if you're new here, you're more than welcome. I hope you really enjoy this video, and if any of this resonates with you and you would like to book your own personalised reading, my details are down in the description box so you can book in, and we can answer any questions that you have, get you some clarity if something is bothering you at the moment and is really on your mind. I'll just say, before I came to start this video today, I was so faffy. I've got like a faffy top on that keeps falling down. My hair wasn't quite right. I've got like a feather sticking out over here and stuff. So there's some kind of irritation in the air today, I feel. It's like things just aren't sort of going the way that you would like them, or there just seems to be a lot of time spent in like procrastination. You know, things just aren't really going the way that you want. Now, you may have seen a jaybird. You know, they're kind of about the same size as a pigeon, but they're very colourful. There's a lot of like orange and blue and black on them. You may see one today, and this is about, it's kind of about backing off from the truth and using procrastination as a way to sort of just distract yourself. So there's an energy of that today is what I'm feeling. But I'm going to get into the T cards. So I've got what they call the astral house. So these have got different messages on them, whether it's wealth, love, career, happiness, success, that kind of thing. So we're going to see what this reading is talking about for you today. We have happiness. So I'm going to see what this relates to. So I'm going to pick another one now in the astral house, see if we can get like career or love or something like that. Okay, we have marriage. So happiness within marriage. Now, for some of you, you may already be in a marriage. Maybe you are feeling happy right now, or you're not feeling happy right now. Maybe there's something you want to know about your marriage. So stay watching if that's you. And for some of you, I feel like marriage is something that's been in the back of your mind, like or a deeper level of commitment or something. Now, this doesn't have to be a love situation. It can be to do with a career choice. It can be to do with like a binding contract. But it feels like you have an opportunity to be in something committed, and you're heavily thinking about that. And I do feel like when you think about it, you do feel happy, but there's something that's blocking you from achieving this for some reason. I'm going to get some dates on here. So we've got like times of the month, different times of the year. So every month. I don't know why that took me such a while to get out of my mouth there. September. Okay, so there could have been some events that happened in September. Now, for many of you, I feel like this has been the September just gone. Something changed there, something happened there that allowed you to see the wood for the trees, is what I'm getting. It's like you finally saw the wood for the trees. And I've just got an image there. This is a different kind of analogy where someone's looking at trees, and you've been looking at the same tree for a very long time. Like, imagine you've been looking at this tree for the whole of your life, and you know it's like it's knobbles and everything. You know how it looks. But this time, so since this time, you've looked at it in a different way, and it's appeared different. And it's almost appeared in a way that is inviting you to stay with it. So that's a message for somebody. I feel that could be quite a specific message on here, but there's definitely something about seeing the wood for the trees and seeing something in a completely different light to how you saw it before. I do feel January is significant as well. So I feel like September, this may have been a thought process in your mind. And January, I feel like this is where things are going to be sort of like solidified, if you like. So let's get into this. I'm going to get your runes first of all to see what energy they're bringing through. Yeah, definitely some kind of enlightenment. A light's been switched on in your mind about a particular situation to do with this marriage. Awareness. So there's like illumination, awareness. Things have been heavily highlighted, and intention. There's something about intentions here, and this came up in a reading the other day about questioning intentions, questioning your own intentions, and maybe questioning the intentions of somebody else. And I feel like you've been heavily thinking about that or processing that, and it feels like you kind of it's been illuminated to you, maybe how people are around you, or how situations are around you, it's actually made you quite aware of what other people's intentions are or have been. And I feel like in some ways their intentions, like for some people in your life, their intentions have been pure, and other people, their intentions haven't been quite so pure, and you're kind of trying to filter out the pure to the impure. But I feel like you've come across a particular situation in your life where you've actually recognised somebody's intentions were for the best, but they may not have gone about things in the best way. And it's made you question your own intentions, is what I'm getting from this. It's made you really question, what are your intentions around this? So let's get into the T cards and see. As I was saying that, there was this feeling of like emotion. So I feel like there isn't an element of maybe a feeling of guilt, or just something doesn't sit quite right with you. Fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, grey or white hair. So this could be including somebody of this description. This could be, I'm getting more, rather than blonde hair, more like maybe white hair, like an older person. But let's get more information on that person, because it feels like they're sad about something within this. Success assured with good plans and hard work. So if you've had a falling out with this person, or there's just been some kind of disagreement, or this is about those intentions, maybe this person's intentions were misunderstood, or they've misunderstood your intentions. But it feels like there's some kind of reconciliation with this person. There's some kind of energy of, if you make a plan to put things right with this person, it's going to be fruitful. It will be good. Because it feels like this person maybe, they feel very close to you. Like perhaps you've seen them as family before and there's been something happen and you're questioning everything now. And maybe they're questioning everything as well. So something needs to be put right in that. So there's some work that needs to be done on that level. But if the plan is good, if it's got the right intention, then things will improve with that person. We have on the bottom there a stubborn, aggressive person. So there may have been some like bitter words said between you. But usually when people are like that, it's because they're feeling defensive, they're feeling hurt. So they're trying to protect themselves. I don't believe it. I literally just pulled it out. So yeah, this might be, I don't feel like perhaps you're talking to this person right now, because maybe there has been some words spoken and maybe you're both a little bit stubborn. So there's an energy of you kind of keeping away from each other at the moment, because you're likely to butt heads if you try and communicate with them right now. So there's an element of, we've got fox on the bottom there, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So there may be an element of you maybe going to this person with a different request away from whatever it was that you've been arguing about, which can seem a little bit sneaky or shrewd or whatever, but it's necessary in order for this friendship or relationship to grow, okay? So it's necessary for things to be put right. And it feels like you know how to be shrewd, you know how to go about this kind of thing. And you know that this person, they'd be interested if it was to do with business, if it's to do with work in some kind of way. Let's see what else we have for you on this. Advice from a friend. So I feel like somebody has been advising you here. Maybe this friend, they might feel like somebody's stuck in the middle of this. But I feel like this friend is kind of suggesting to you, like, you need to communicate to each other. You need to talk to each other. It's saying do not take risks. So I feel like there's a need to like challenge every thought you have over this before you go ahead and speak it, before you go ahead and say it. But we have staff you'll be taken care of in difficult times. So I'm going to say this. I feel like you're in some kind of community here where something's happened. And even though this has happened, it's like with any family kind of situation. If something was to happen to you, everybody would put behind them what's happened and come and help you. So don't feel like you've been abandoned on this, because you haven't. It's just somebody's feeling like they need to go and lick their wounds right now. Maybe that's you, maybe that's the other person, maybe it's both of you. But it feels like if something was to happen to you, or if something happened to this person, you would both be there for each other. So that's an unconditional love. That's, you know, you can have arguments and disagreements with people, but if you are willing to put your time and effort into helping them when they need it the most, that's love. Oh, you have a secret admirer. So you may or may not know. If it's secret, you probably don't know. But someone's admiring you, possibly from afar. There's something a bit fragile about this, though. It almost feels like I'm getting an energy of like, because the vase there with no flowers in it, it's just weird. It's almost like something's incomplete. There's some kind of blooming or blossoming that needs to happen here. Okay. I feel like you want to know. I feel like you feel like somebody does admire you, or they want something from you, and you're trying to figure that out. You need to find some more information. You want to find some more information about this. Almost like you want to find the flower to go in that vase, is what I'm getting. And you know that there is something there. It's so weird, that marriage card, I just realised, it looks like there's 3 rings on there. And I know that one is possibly like engagement and the other 2 are marriage. But it almost feels like there's like a third wheel popping into this. Like there's some kind of triangle going on. I mean, a pig on the bottom, beware of greed. So I feel like you need to make a choice on what you want to commit to, because it feels like maybe you are keeping some options open here. And that might be why you've got that issue going on with this fair-haired man and the stubbornness, because it's almost like perhaps somebody here has been upset by, maybe if you've had like lots of options or something, this person wants to be your only option, or they don't like something about this, or maybe you like the person that they like. I don't know, it could be anything like that. I just saw a magpie then as well, which is, this is about getting balance. Okay, but something's been illuminated to you. It has been highlighted to you as something that needs to change. You've been made aware of, and it's about that intentions, questioning intentions. I feel like you're questioning your own intentions. But I also feel like things have been a bit heavy for you lately, and you just need to let your hair down. You need to have some fun. You need to enjoy yourself, because you can spend too much time trying to figure things out on this kind of healing journey, observing yourself, going through a lot of things, and it can be quite heavy. So it's time for you to take a little bit of a light-hearted approach to things. Just allow yourself to just let go a little bit, have some fun. Maybe switch your phone off for a few hours or something and just enjoy. We have pineapple and reconciliation. So in this situation, if there has been somebody that you perhaps have separated from, that's going to change. And this is making me feel that what this marriage and happiness is talking about is actually this desire for reconciliation with something that actually was quite sweet in your life, it feels. And now that you, since September, are seeing the wood for the trees, you're starting to really see what is real and what isn't. It's working you towards this reconciliation. But there are things in the background working against you. We've got forces working against you on there. So there's something in your energy that is, it's like almost trying to block this. It's trying to stop you from achieving this. I've got Gebo staring at me there as well, which is making me feel like it could be a love interest trying to block you from this. And for some of you, I don't know if you've been receiving gifts lately, but someone is trying to win you over with gifts. They're trying to win you over with a lot of stuff, material things, but you're not materialistic. And I feel like you are starting to realise that perhaps there's a person in your life that is holding on to a past version of you, and you're trying to change. You're trying to be you're trying to be a different version of yourself now. You may have seen a beetle, or you're about to see a beetle, and this is showing you good fortune. And I feel like you're going to see this at a time where you don't accept a particular gift from somebody that constantly is trying to gift to you. Okay, that person is trying to buy you. They're trying to, that is their love language maybe, but it doesn't resonate with your love language. Your love language feels more intimate. Older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So there could be this energy again that could be related to this fair man, but this keeps coming up, keeps coming in, and it's almost like a big brother watching, that sort of thing. It's almost like it's like a judgment. It's almost like you feel judged by somebody here. And for some of you, especially if you're female here, I feel like this older man, they feel like they own you in a way, or they feel like they have some kind of ownership or control over you. And that's probably where the gifts are coming from. So it's like, when you stop accepting the gifts, you're giving that clear message then that you aren't, you're not to be brought. Now, for some of you, if you are male here, this is like an older man that's sort of observing you, maybe judging you, and you're feeling that. It keeps coming up in your energy. It's like you want to carry on with being admired and all these things, and this person just seems to be judging you. Yeah. Okay, shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Now, I feel like in this situation, by not claiming certain gifts, somebody might be like, oh, well, fuck you then, and back off completely and take away something. And I feel like maybe you're entertaining this and allowing this because of something to do with money. It's almost like you're having to stay in this person's energy because of something to do with a financial situation. And if you pull away too much, you're going to lose something. You're going to lose some money here somewhere. Okay, let's get a little bit more information on that. This is frustrating the hell out of you because I feel like you want to move forward with something, but you feel stuck, you feel trapped. And you're being guided here that something is going to trigger you into perhaps showing a side of yourself that you don't really want to show a side of. And we all have that ability. So don't judge yourself on that. But you're being asked to control this anger because I feel like someone is riling you. They're trying to, they might not consciously be trying to goad you, but they are trying to, it feels like at first butter you up, and then when you're not accepting that, they're like, right, that's it then. I'm going to throw my toys out the pram and I'm going to get funny with you. And that's aggravating you. It feels like it's irritating you. What else do we have here? Yeah, and I feel like you feel that people are talking about you behind your back at the moment. You feel like people are gossiping. Don't allow that energy into your energy. Don't allow those thoughts to creep into your mind, okay? You are in control of what you're thinking, of what you're feeling. And if you're talking to yourself about that, you're not really getting the full picture, are you? You're kind of convincing yourself of something. So if people want to talk, let them talk. At the end of the day, if you know what you're doing is right, then you don't need to worry. But even if it's not right, people can chat if they want to. But unless they've got the balls to come to your face and actually say what they're thinking or feeling, it has no relevance, does it? But if you focus right now on what you want to achieve in terms of your wealth, so in terms of like, it's funny because wealth didn't come out this time, did it? But it feels like there is something aligned with wealth here. You need to focus on your work, on what you want to achieve for you, okay, on a personal level. And it feels like when you start to do that, any of the intentions that weren't right in your life are going to fall away. And any of the intentions that were right in your life, they're going to stay and support you. We have basket there, recognition and reward for merit. So I feel like this is a test for you to be following your integrity. You know ultimately that it's that marriage, that happiness that you're looking for. And there is that reconciliation coming. There's a lot of good fortune coming, but there seems to be a lot of other things going on in the background as well. But ultimately, you are coming into a time of happiness and well-being because you're making choices aligned with your greatest good, aligned with what it really is that you want. And it feels like what you really want is commitment, honesty, truth, and trust. And excitement. That's what you want. That's how you want your life to be. And why not? So what advice do we have for you? What do you need to do about this? Because I don't like the look of those men in this. That needs to be dealt with. Your advice here is to follow the spiritual guidance that you've received. I don't know if somebody's had a reading recently. You have one right now. But it's like you've been for a reading over a specific situation, and the information you got has maybe been given to you to say, work on yourself. You know, just keep working on self-love, blah, blah, blah. So this is for you now. I feel like you've been meditating more. You may have been journaling more. You've kind of taken more time to find your spiritual self. And I feel like you're doing that in the hope that it aligns you with the right kind of people or person, because it's kind of showing commitment and willing to be the best version of yourself. So if you've been given some wise counsel recently within a reading or any other situation, and it resonated with you or stuck with you and it keeps pounding in your head, it's time to follow that advice. Okay, because that is going to lead you on this path to awakening, enlightenment. I feel like you're already in an awakened place, but you're feeling very lonely on this journey. It's almost like you're feeling like you're on your own in it. You're feeling very isolated at the moment. But have patience, and it feels like, see, that person there looks like an angel is behind them. So it's like, if that's you there, I mean, whether you're male or female doesn't matter. Like, I'm not saying it's a masculine looking person, although this is a man in the picture. It could be you if you're a female, okay? But it's basically more about this angel in the background that I'm looking at, and the balance between the sun and the moon here. Now, this is what you're being guided towards, is gaining that balance, but you are protected. And there is a purpose to where you are right now. There's a purpose to what's going on in your life. It feels like it's taken you to a space where you're kind of reminiscing on things, but from a place of regret. Maybe there were missed opportunities or things that weren't said or done. Something about walking boots on here as well. Like, I don't know if somebody's missing a pair of walking boots, or they're about to buy a pair of walking boots. There's something about walking boots that's significant to this. So the advice here is to make a decision. There's some kind of decision that you've been thinking about, but maybe hesitating to make that decision. You're kind of being guided to make that decision now, and run with it. So it's like, you know, have no fear anymore. No more procrastination. Now is the time for that truth. Now is the time for you to get on with this. Ooh. Yeah. It's enough alone time now. You've done enough introspection. You're ready for a new relationship, a new beginning. The Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles, this is you being led by that light into something brand new. And it's interesting because this card can come out sometimes as like an offer of commitment, like an engagement, that kind of thing. So I do feel like for many of you, you're ready for that next step if you're already in a relationship. And for some of you, it's been on your mind, so you want to further a commitment or some kind of connection. You've made a decision here, and when I think about it, when I feel that, it almost feels like it's the puzzle piece that fits. And it's been there for a while, but it didn't fit before, or you didn't know how to make it fit. And that's what I was saying about those trees and the shapes of them. It's like you're seeing things from a different perspective now. You're seeing them in a different light. And there's something about this that perhaps in the past it didn't resonate with your family or something, or it didn't resonate with what was expected of you. You know, that judgy kind of looking people down on you, people gossiping and things like that. But now you've decided, fuck this, I'm going to follow my own path. I'm going to do what feels right for me. I'm not going to follow what everybody tells me I should or shouldn't be doing. And the Two of Cups just fell out there. So there is definitely, I feel like for many of you, this is about love. This is about marriage in terms of commitment. It's about union. And there's happiness in it. There's a lot of happiness in it. So what you've got to do is kind of like detach from what it is that you feel doesn't have your best intentions, and then move towards what you know has those good intentions. You've done a lot of work on that, questioning your own intentions, and I feel like you've had a realization now on that, and you've recognized actually what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled, what enlightens you. And it's almost like you're feeling quite content with your spirituality right now, and that's how you want to live the rest of your life. It's like you want to live in that kind of space. And these people around you that are like gifting you and kind of trying to keep you in the material sense, that's not working for you, because that's not who you are anymore. Or maybe you were never that. You were just thought you had to be for a moment. But they see you in that light, so they don't really know you anymore. They don't really get you. But there's something out there that does get you. And it feels like it brings a lot of happiness, well-being, and good fortune. So I'm going to leave this reading here because that's a good note to end it on. And if this resonates with you and you want more information on this, then please do get in touch. My details are down in the description box. I'm also doing 2 question readings for £10 as well. You can receive those within like between 6 to 12 hours. So I get them out to you as soon as I possibly can. Yeah. And I hope you all have a splendid, blessed day. Thank you.